Welcome back, one and all. Okay. Well, oh my god, hit the wrong button. Welcome back, one and all, to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. I am the TheDarkSeraph. Last time, well, we were investigating Gransel. Okay. So I do have a guide for this, for the missing exhibit quest. We're just gonna go do this real quick. Okay, so it is at the residential district here in the West Block, like I honestly figured it would be. Actually, I'm in the Central Block right now. Now we're in the West Block. You're supposed to go to General Morgan's residence, which might be here. Yeah. Up on the second floor. Examine his wall clock. Or examine his clock. Oh, look, it's his daughter. The second key is in the city. Seek the perched symbol perched on the ground. This guy isn't the type to harm people who aren't involved in his weird little games, don't worry. Best to close up tight at night just in case there's any more mischief. Yeah, he's just kind of an asshole. It's in the southern block, at the bird statue near the entrance, it says. Well, I'm at the southern block. Oh, and there's the bird statue. The third key is in the foreign mansion. Examine the will of the Blue Knight. It's the Calvardian embassy. Now you just walk right in then. I think that's in this library. Well, not this one. This side, was it? The Doll Knight. Okay. The door has already been opened. Join the Dance of the Valorous. Yeah. Oh, it's the... Oh, wait, that was... Father Doofus was talking about the Doll Knight. It's a series of novels from the Republic, it seems. That's interesting. Says get ready for a fight. The Grand Arena, kind of nostalgic. Okay. Okay, that's a big ugly. Oh, I don't like that. No spell for you! That was quite manageable.
99.
What the? What? I mean, he is a wizard, I suppose, a mage, warlock, whatever. The portrait of the Aerosol. My princess, my rival in brave braces. Did you enjoy the show I prepared for your arrival? As I do not wish to upset the mood of our main role, it is time for the supporting actors to take their bows. I hope you will look forward to our next chance meeting. Pfft, some chance meeting. I wish you'd cut it out. Well, there you go, big guy. Well, that's done, said and done. Now let's go talk to Niall over on the east block near that coffee shop. He's not in here. So he's not here. I thought that was the blockhead for a minute. Similar hair color, I guess. So he's not here. I guess I go to Grancel Castle. He might be over at the hotel, come to think of it. Well, I think I need to do some talking there anyway. No, Agate was covering this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Agate was covering this. Somebody else was covering the cathedral. Aren't you the winners of the martial arts competition? Yeah, that's us. Thanks for your help back then. No worries. What brings you here today? Hello, Dan. Atlas, it's been a while. Your Highness. Princess Claudia, we were not aware you had returned. Sorry to startle you two, but I'm afraid I'm on here on business, though. Estelle and I have some things to do in the castle. Could you please let us pass? Of course. By your command, milady. Only slightly popular, isn't she? I'm starting to get why that Duke guy is jealous. They're entering Ladies, Chloe and everyone. Ladies, Chloe and Estelle and their entourage. Open the gate. Please, come in. That's such a cool effect, I'm not gonna lie. It's not technically that impressive, but I still think it's neat. Who else? Julia's gone. She's currently at Leston Fortune. Yeah, okay. Grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour, and Hilda, if she isn't in the maid's room, they could tell us where she is at least. The maid's chamber was somewhere. In here? One of these. And Princess Claudia, Master's Inn. Pardon me, it's been some time. It sure has. Reminds me of when you lent me your maid uniform, Shea. Estelle as a maid. Yeah, it was to meet the Queen. Oh, and Joshua had to wear one too. Shay did her magic on his face with her makeup. She was all pumped up to do it. Oh my. Thank you very much. Joshua, who once played the role of Princess Cecilia, also perfectly portrayed as a maidservant. Oh, noble endeavors, both. I am sure it would be quite beauteous to behold. I regret all the more I could not attend the Duke's banquet. Alright, Shay. Did you know where Hilda is? I believe Hilda is in the library. Okay, if I can recall where that is. Yeah, these are just chambers. Might be a changing room. These are probably housing court. No, this is a kitchen. That's the banquet hall. Trying to remember where this library is. Yeah, these are just working quarters. So, they're not going to be anywhere on this level. Probably this one. These are guest quarters, so I doubt it's going to be any of these. This looks like a library. There she is! Princess Claudia, Miss Estelle. Hi, Hilda. I'm sorry if I startled you. I just got back. Sorry I've been out of touch. It's quite alright. I'm glad to see you well. I understand the princess has been assisting you. I'm glad to see the two of you are home safe. You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle, though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions? If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let's borrow a guest room. Huh. People want Colonel Richard freed? No less than expected of the man who once strove to be my rival. His popularity endures even after his capture and shaming. The Colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual to all the people who regret losing him. I would personally bet all those letters not being related to our little threat, though. Requesting something of the royal hand is one thing. Trying to force it to do something is a whole different issue. Well, still, even knowing the letter exists helps. One more thing, Hilda. One thing to ask you about. You know anything about the Hayworths? Harold Hayworth, the trader from Crossbell. I do remember him. Is he an acquaintance of yours? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. I happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him about. His wife and daughter were here with him. This provides us with a little clue as to where the Hayworths may have gone. The child greatly enjoyed the tour, however. Her parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even-tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with their story, I wonder if they were under strain. Huh. Okay, so they might be staying at the castle tonight. So her chambers, would that be the throne room itself, or would that be her bed chambers? Yeah, it's going to be her bed chambers. Oh, I'm now realizing that I never posted the first episode of Arkham Knight since it's ready. I should do that in a little bit after I wrap up this recording. Out on the balcony, perhaps? You finally arrived. Grandmother. Sieg? I see. Sieg has been thoughtful, hasn't he? Yes, he came to let me know you were coming. Welcome home, Claudia. And Estelle, you are always welcome so long as I remain queen. Your father explained everything not long after you left to train. It pains me to know you carry such a burden. Thank you so much for everything, Your Majesty. Still, I know what I gotta do, and Chloe's been a huge help. So I'm okay, don't worry. I see. Your soul has gained new steel since we last met. Mr. Vathek, Mr. Linheim, both of you, of course, are also welcome in my home. Let us retire to my chambers. I shall have some tea prepared. So you've come about the letters. I wasn't aware that they had been sent to Cathedral and the embassies as well. Your fears are not groundless. It is difficult to think of such lengths as a mere childish prank. Yes, Your Highness. That's why we're trying to talk to people affiliated in the case to see if we can find some clues. Grandmother, do you have any idea who might be responsible? Especially someone within Liberl. Claudia, what do you think? As a possible heir, your thoughts should daily be on the forces moving within our nation. Would you share your opinion with me? Very well. I don't believe there is any force in the country which is truly opposed to the pact. I have heard various places, however, that are following the coup. Some of our extreme right-wing citizens are feeling very, very concerned. Their frustrations might be the roots of those letters, maybe. My opinion is more or less the same. Sorry, but I don't quite follow. Alan, Richard, was not the only man who approved of the idea of expanding and empowering our military. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Considering your neighboring nations of Erebonia and Calvard, their militaries alone are higher than your entire population, so I could definitely understand wanting to boost military power. In the wake of the failed coup, however, the matter is effectively untouchable. I can only imagine all who share his mindset are quite dissatisfied and worried for our safety. Okay, so you think the letters are from believers in the military control and expansion, like the intelligence division? That would be the short of it, yes. If that were the case, then I would say I bear responsibility for this as much as they do. It is my beliefs that led them to take such actions in the first place. Grandmother, I don't know. I don't think they have the right to be all blah, or let's threaten people and be scary because we're sore losers. No. There are few things more precious than the one's freedom to express themselves, Estelle. Well said! I may disagree with what you say, but I will fight to the death for your right to say it. Remember, even those who promote military empowerment in a war footing do so out of love for Liberl and its people. They have as much right to express that idea as anyone else. And listening to all such opinions and choosing how to guide the country, that is a ruler's responsibility. Though in that case, I rather doubt they actually tried to stop the ceremony. Assuming the letter is from the expansionists, yes, that's quite possible. With Colonel Richard under arrest, they have little power which to act. The problem lies with the idea that someone else may be responsible. If that is the case, then I fear I can offer you a little advice or knowledge. Rats. Queen Alicia, if I may broach a question. Of course, Olivier. What is it? Why are you so determined to act upon this non-aggression pact now of all times? Your own country is still deeply confused and unsettled from the coup attempt. Most rulers would think this is a time to focus solely on one's own country, not the affairs of others. Olivier, you are talking to a queen, you know. It's alright, Olivier. It's alright, Estelle. Olivier does have a point. The plan and proposals for the pact, however, far predate the coup. Further delays would only harm the dignity of the nation. The crossbell issue is causing a great deal of friction again as well, and I hope this can help. Crossbell? That's where Ren's from. Yes, it lies northeast of here, over the Crone Mountains, and directly between Erebonia and Calvard. Both the Republic and Empire claim it should be part of their government, and some Crossbellians want total independence. It is quite a mess. Crossbell's basically a fishbone stuck in two throats at once. All the issues surrounding it just get called the Crossbell problem. I see. Boy, no wonder people get worked up about it. So your aim is to pluck out the bone which this pact then. To continue the analogy, it is not a bone that can be removed in one gesture. If I can open a way to resolve the issue, however, yes. Laying the groundwork for resolving that issue will strengthen peace across the entire region, and people will remember Liberal's spurt upon it. I have underestimated you even more than I previously thought. Our invasion of Liberal was far more of a fool's errand than I ever imagined. That much, at least, is painfully obvious to me now. What are you going on about? Wait, Crossbell, Ren, duh, sorry to change the subject, Your Majesty, but do you know anything about the Hayworths? My goodness, a child abandoned at the royal villa? I must instruct Raymond to keep me better informed. I know it's a shot in the dark, but I don't suppose you have any idea where they might be. I'm very sorry, but I do not know. However, if they visited the castle, especially recently, Hilda would know of it. Have you spoken to her? Yes. Hilda only said that they were behaving a little strange. I see. Well, should you wish, I can contact Mayor McDowell of the Crossbell and the Crossbell government. If that would help, ask whatever you need. Thanks. Grandmother, thank you for your help. We need to move on, unfortunately, but, don't be nervous. I know what you may wish to say, I think. You'll be staying at the castle tonight. Let us speak then, once you are no longer busy. Alright. Interesting. Yeah. Sort of feels weird to say, coming from a democracy, but she's a perfect ruler. I kind of envy Liberal, to be honest. Of course. She's the queen, after all. Chloe, what's wrong? It's nothing. I just got stuck again in how incredible a woman grandmother is. I really doubt I could ever live up to her. Princess? When did Her Majesty the Queen take the throne? When she was 20, if I recall correctly. And may I ask your age? I'm 16, but what? Ah, my point. I truly doubt Her Majesty was a master politician the day she took the throne. And you are not yet even as old as she was when she first donned the purple. I see little point in comparing yourself to her as she is now, wouldn't you agree? We martial artists tend to say that only those with the proper capacity can achieve this thing called the unity of purpose. Even those with the greatest innate skill, like say Walter, only reach the peak through a journey of 1,000 steps. I think Her Majesty believes you have the capacity to get there. Just take it one step at a time. Get older? How rude. I'm a fresh, youthful 25. 5 years younger than Zen even. You're one to call out someone for being rude, Olivier. Well, anyway, we've spoken to Hilda and Grandmother both. Back to town, I guess. Yeah, let's go back to town, I guess. Oh, I'm going the wrong fucking way. Evening already. Time does fly when you're having fun. Niall should be back by now, hopefully. Okay, now I gotta go see if Niall's back in to chat with him. Oh wow, the warehouse district is actually open. I'm going to probably be doing stuff there later. There he is. There he is. Hey, Niall. Hello. Who in the hell? Well, what do you know, you guys? How you doing? Good day, Niall. Pardon our intrusion. Oh, it's that Bard guy and, Your Highness. Good day to you. You even have Zen the Immovable of Calvert with you. You got kind of a gang going here, Estelle. A lot of stuff's happened since we last met. Have you got your coverage of the election in round? Damn well. How did it go? Damn well, that's how. Got the article done, thanks in part to you guys. Speaking of, what brings you by today? Got a hot scoop for your old buddy Niall? Well, actually, we're the ones who'd like to know something. We heard the Liberal News received a threatening letter. You guys investigating that? I figured the military would be taking care of that one. We're working on requests from the military. Ugh. So do you know anything? Well, I just got back to the capital, so I don't know much. To be honest, I'd like to hear what you guys know, if anything. That's real helpful, Niall. Come now, you're a newsman, a hound for a good story. Surely you must have a clue as to who our villain is. I don't have time for this. That's a bit impolite, you two. Niall, I know this is a lot to ask, but please, if you know anything at all, share it with us. Hey now, Your Highness. I don't need you to lower your head to me. For crying out. Fine, fine. Look, so, this is off the record, but we ain't the only ones who got a letter, not even close. Leston Fortress got one. Then the cathedral, the airship company, the hotel, and even both of the embassies in Grancel Castle, even the Ebrard Royal Villa. There are 9 letters in total. Something wrong? Niall, we heard that from the military already. What? Damn it, that was my big scoop for the day. Doesn't look like we're going to get much out of this. Yeah, time to move on, I think. Now you just wait 1 second, missy. You keep talking like that and Niall Burns, star reporter of the Liberal News, is gonna have a name worth a pile of crap. Alright, alright. Let you in. Alright. Let me let you in on a take of this whole mess. Okay. You may want to be brief, Mr. Burns. Fine. Here's the short of it. My gut tells me this is some kind of huge prank. The threats aren't real. We thought that too. You sound awfully sure, though. Mind telling us why you're so convinced? The trick is, I've covered terrorist threats like this before. But with this, there's no reality to the threat. Threats only work and have power if they describe or at least imply something nasty is going to happen. These letters have exactly none of that. Mr. Burns here does have a point. Disaster will be visited upon you does not offer much in the way of specific terror. Exactly. I've got a hunch this isn't about stopping the signing ceremony. This is more about getting people worked up over a threat and then sitting back and watching the fireworks. I see, that's kind of a good point. There's some sense behind it. I'm still bothered by the fact that so many letters are sent, though. And each and every one was sent to a place involved with the ceremony. Yeah, for a prank, whoever did this seems to know a lot about what's happening. That does seem kind of true on the surface. Think about it, though. All that info would be pretty easy to find out with a little digging. I knew about those places weeks ago. Anyway, I'm going to be working on this here assumption that that's just a prank. Maybe you guys should stick to your guns and about it being a real threat, and we can compare notes later. Good idea. Thanks, Niall. That actually helped a lot. Damn right it did. Just stop by if you want to swap stories. I'll be sitting around here until the pack's signed. Okay. Oh, speaking of around here, I don't see Dorothy anywhere. All right. She's off work at the Beauce region. I sent her to snag some photos. For that special thing. Or a special of some kind? Yeah, related to the army. You remember that old fort the Sky Bandits were using as a base? The ones you guys busted. Have fun playing Sonic Adventure 2, Keyblade. The army's decided those rats had the right idea, and they claimed it repurposed it as a training facility. They're running airship piloting training out of there now. Neat. So she went there to get coverage of the base. That's the idea. I was a little worried about sending her out on her own, but gotta do it sometime. Dorothy out on her own. That's a scary thought. Oh wait, duh, speaking of girls out on their own, what's up? You know anything about the Hayworths? Never heard of him. Pretty sure he's never been in the class fields of a wanted column either. Figures. But hey, this is part of the job, right? If you guys are totally stuck, I'll help you out. We can put them up in classifieds if you want. I even have a few people in Crossspell I could poke. Thanks, Niall. You're more reliable than I thought you'd be. I think I need to upgrade my opinion of you. Of course you do. Hey, wait a minute, what do you mean by that? Was I not reliable before? Just kidding. Alright, let's get back to the guild house. Agate should be back by now. Hopefully, yes. Thank you again, Niall. It's no big deal. Come by again anytime. We're back. There you are. Sorry, I know we're a bit late. Where's Tita and Ren? They returned before you did. I believe they're enjoying the spoils of their hard-fought shopping campaign on the second floor. Sounds like they had fun. Anyway, we've got a lot to report. Not bad. Sounds like you guys learned a lot. I guess we didn't really get anything decisive, though. Did you find anything? Honestly, I got jack all. The hotel, the cathedral, and the airship company. Nobody had a single friggin' clue as to who could have sent the letters. The head guy at the airship company was sweating course that a demand for money might be next. But at this point, not so much as another peep. Damn. Doesn't really narrow things down much. How likely do you think it is the society behind this? I don't think we can safely rule it out at this point. But I don't think we can safely say that at this point. Their primary focus up till now has been experimenting with those bizarre gospel orbments. And now the gospels create phenomena otherwise imaginable. Those devices certainly haven't shown an ability to create threatening letters from nowhere. Yeah, this doesn't really match their MO. I guess Round and Zeiss just got me on edge. No, that's perfectly understandable. Regardless, I think I can safely say we've done our part. I'll complete your testimonies into the report. Could I ask you to deliver to Colonel Sid at the villa tomorrow? Sure. It might be a Malthea, since we did see her at the beginning of this chapter. Like, didn't talk to her, like saw it at the beginning of the chapter 3. Where it's obvious she's scheming something. Then I went to Cathedral. While I was there, the Hayworths came to worship a bunch of times. Thing is, the priests who attended them said they were felt off. Like they were distracted during prayers. Then the airship company, I found Zip. What? Harold, Sophia, and Wren Hayworth of Crossbow. There have been exactly 0 passengers by that name and nationality coming through here in the last half of a year. No way! That is a mystery. Perhaps they traveled by land? Wait a minute. That can't be right. When we first met her, she was talking about landing in an airship. Right, at Erletten. She said she saw a big lake on the way down. Troubling. It's possible they were traveling under assumed names. Why would they? They may have had something to hide, or they may have been hiding from someone. Either way, they must have known something was wrong before they set out. I've contacted every guild branch in the country about Wren's parents. For the moment, all we can do is wait for more information. As for Wren herself, I think it would be best if she stayed in the care of the guild. Yeah, I'd feel terrible if she got wrapped up in something. Could you leave her with me, maybe? This mission kind of feels personal now. I was going to suggest that, actually. Thank you. The guild will pay for everyone's lodgings while you are in Grantsel naturally. This includes Wren, so don't worry. That's quite an invitation. Yeah, I think I'll pass. The castle's a bit too rich for my blood. I'm not really keen on staying there. Besides, it'll be easier for Elnan to reach out to us at the hotel if something happens. Oh yeah, I hadn't thought of that. We might hear something about Wren's parents. I guess I should stay at the hotel too. Sorry, Chloe. Oh no, don't worry. I'll explain the situation to Hilda. I'm sure she won't mind. Zen and I will stay at our respective embassies. The princess shall retire to her castle. So that means you two and the girls will be staying at... It means you two and the girls will be staying at the hotel then. Partying on these terms would be dreadful soul. Since we're all together this evening, shall we enjoy a nice dinner at the bar? That's a good idea. And you know, I'd actually like to hear you play piano again, Olivier. It has been a while. Ah, sweet maiden, you'd know just how to pluck my heartstrings. Have you come to appreciate a mature flavor at last, I wonder? I'm going to snap those heartstrings if you keep it up. Snapping or no, we should get going. With a group like this large, it can be hard to find seating. Alright, let's gather the kids and go. So everyone just had a nice time at the bar. That was one hell of a party. Olivia even dragged poor Mueller into it. Yeah, well, you called up that reporter too, you know. I figured, what the heck. Wren, did you have fun? Yeah, I did. The food was good and everyone was talking about neat stuff. The piano music was real pretty too. Yeah, Olivier is really good at it. I was kind of surprised. Yeah, well, he's not all hot air when he calls himself a traveling performer. Are you sure you want to duck out already, Agate? Zen and the others are still having a lot of fun. Yeah, honestly, if I tried keeping up with Zen, I might not have a liver in the morning. Plus, I kind of beat from trolling the city all over today, so I'm just going to pack it in. Fair enough. Let's get to our rooms then. Are you the bracers and... You are the bracers and company we are expecting. Forgive me, but we are unable to secure a 4-person room for you. Would you be willing to accept a pair of 2-person rooms? Oh, sure. How do you want to split them up, Agate? I don't care too much. Set them up however you want. I want to be with Miss Estelle. We've been busy at work, so we haven't had time to talk. No fair, Wren. I wanted to be with Estelle. Then you should have said sooner, Slowpoke. I know. What if all 3 of us stayed in the same room? We could share a bed. No, that's okay. I'll let you borrow Estelle for tonight, Wren. Thank you, Tita. I think I just got horse traded. Then I'll go with you, kiddo. This reminds me of when we were hiding out with Gramps. Now that you mention it, it does. Aw, that's kind of sweet. Wow, this room isn't like the one I stayed in with Papa and Mama. There's a big building outside the window. Miss Estelle, what's wrong? Nothing, really. More importantly, I'm sorry, Ren. We couldn't find your Papa or Mama today. It's okay. Papa and Mama promised they'd come get me, so you don't need to search so hard. But Papa and Mama are very good at hide and seek. Not as good as me, of course, but still good. So I don't think they'll find them very easily. Is that right? Well, I won't try so hard to find them, but only if you're okay with it. Yeah, it's okay. It's for the best. But never mind that right now. I have 2 big favors to ask you. What's up? I can't tell you unless you promise to do them ahead of time. Did your Papa teach you to drive a bargain like that? Okay. If it's something I can do, I promise I will. Yay! The first thing is, can I call you Estelle from now on? You mean drop the whole Miss part? Tita gets to call you Estelle all the time, so I don't want to have to call you Miss Estelle. Is that right? Alright, I don't mind. I never stood much for formality anyway. And it's not like I'm your teacher or anything. So you really don't mind? Estelle. Estelle. Oh, I love it. I'm glad you like it. Call me Estelle as much as you want, Ren. Okay. That makes me happy. Aw, that's good. So what's the other thing? Oh yeah, well... Can you tell me why you were so surprised when we came into this room? You had a really sad, lonely look on your face. I want to know why. Is that okay? Yeah, it's okay. I've actually stayed in this very room before with someone else. Stepping in here just reminded me of him. Was it your lover? Was this your love nest? Not quite. He's someone I've known a really long time, and we've gotten very close, but it's complicated. We're not together right now, though. Oh. What kind of man is he, huh? What's his name? What does he look like? Yikes. Questions. His name is Joshua. He has black hair and amber eyes, and he's pretty handsome. Actually, you'd really call him more beautiful than handsome, really. Beautiful? Yeah. Let's just say he made a great princess in a certain play. In fact, it looked amazing on him. That sounds fun. Can I meet him? When are you seeing him again? I don't know, actually. You don't know when you'll see him again? And that's why you look sad. Sort of, but I'm okay. I'm going to find him and drag him back home, even if it takes years. But why did you seem so sad? Well, because I'm sure Joshua's off somewhere in way over his head. But I can't do anything to help him, and that makes me sad. Sorry, Ren. This must be pretty boring since you don't know Joshua. No way, it's neat. Joshua was a really wonderful person, huh? Wonderful. Actually, right now I think he's a bit of a jerk. I mean, talk about selfish ways of saying goodbye. Taking my first... First what? Nothing. Yep, I'm tired. Let's go to some sleep. No fair. I'm not going to sleep until I hear the whole thing. Boy, I messed that one up. And those look like Jaegers, but they might be the special ops guys. Bingo! There's my smile. Bingo indeed. Looks like we found their trail. So they're using the Ravenous mine. Just what I expect from Richard's men. This is an excellent hiding place. This is where those sky bandits kept that jacked airship. That's right. Estelle and I fought the bandits in a large exposed central hollow area somewhat further ahead. A nice big open space, huh? I bet our guys are in the same spot. So what do you think? Go in for the heroic charge now or wait? Well, we have no time to contact the army. But no heroics right away, Annalise. We need to sneak in and see how large of a force they have. They're gonna get caught. That's odd. This is where they've been hiding, as we thought. But I don't see any traces of anyone. Yeah, we totally tracked them here. So where'd all those intelligence weirdos go? Yeah, they are the intelligence division. Did they notice us? I didn't think we... Let's have a look around anyway. No good. This place is an empty shell. Did you see anything, Shara? Drawing a blank. They were here, but it's impossible to tell if they got out or if they just abandoned this base. I don't even see a clue as to where they might have gone. About that, I don't find any mention of where they were going, but I did find this over in the tent. These are blueprints of a sort. Looks like something called Ordeal. Unless I'm totally illiterate, these are plans of a vehicle of some sort. Some kind of airship? I'm not exactly an engineer, but I don't think so. These look like... What's wrong? There's a note between the pages. I've sent the invitations. I've got a table and chairs ready. Everything's ready for the tea party. Now all I need is to bake some crumpets and wait for the guests to arrive. A tea party? That's really cute. It's like something out of a storybook. You are hopelessly naive. Yeah. Which must mean that this is a cipher of some sort. Wonder what they mean by tea party. Watch out! How'd they sneak up on us? Goodness, that was a fair bit of sneaking, friends. I take it there's another trick our good friend Lawrence taught you. Shara? I know something isn't right here. Alright. Well, thanks to one side and break the one corner of the triangle and clean up the rest. Can you do it? Just say when. Go! Oh, I'm in the fight. Okay. That was... may have defeated them, but there was something terribly wrong. Do you think they were on drugs or something? I remember hearing they used something like that to control some thugs in Round. Yes, that was one of the cases Estelle solved. But this wasn't like what she described. This was like they were trying to whip a tree. Ha ha! What great fun! You two aren't half bad, are you? What a treat. You. Ha ha ha! I am Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. I am but one hand of the Society of Ouroboros. Oro finally decided to step up out of the shadows, have we? What exactly are you plotting here, boy? Where have the former intelligence men gone? Answer me. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm a little more than an observer this time. You're asking the wrong person if you want details about this plan. In fact, I barely know them myself. An observer? Anyway, if you want to attend that tea party, you'd better hurry. I'm not quite sure where it's being held, but it isn't here. Or shall we share coffee instead and join Dawn together? Kid, you look pretty young. Are you really part of the society? I don't see where he is. I don't mean to be insulting or anything, but you might want to get away from them. They're bad people. Very kind, miss. But you know, it's okay to laugh at a fool. That's what he's there for. But worrying about the fool, now that's quite rude. Huh? What? But they were unconscious. Ah, you bracers really are naive. If you really want to defeat someone, you have to break them into pieces, like so. Machines? Did I surprise you? It's so easy to break even a well-made toy, isn't it? But I'm afraid it's the end of the full show tonight. Did it just bug out? Because he wasn't standing there. Wait, get back! Shara? I know, honey. At least it was a quick death. I hope they didn't feel anything. We can't simply leave them like this, though. It'd be barbaric. Even more so than what just happened. What? Shara? This arm is fake. Gears, springs, and quartz fragments. But these are archaisms, orbital machines capable of independent action. Up there's Father Doofus. What? Father Kevin, what are you doing here? She remembers me. There's hope for my love life yet. But since the little lady over there doesn't know me, I am Kevin Graham of the Septian Church. Anyway, you're Sherazard Harvey, if I remember right. And with you is Annalise Elfade, yes? I don't suppose you'd be up for swapping some stories, would you? Yeah, Campanella just didn't show up to give his spiel. Up there's Kyle, you're up. Here I come. Josette. Joshua. God damn. Impressive as always, Joshua. You three were impressive too. We defeated them in a single sweep thanks to your combo attack. Cut it out. Flattery will get you nowhere. This is like the 10th group, isn't it? How many more do we need to hunt down? This should be enough. The Royal Army should move on soon. So it would be best if we disappear. Alright then. Still, just what is this society trying to do? Why are these dolls dressed up like Richard's goons? That's the real question. Where are the rest of the intelligence men? They've probably gone to the tea party in that note. The dolls are likely to distract the army from that and make them think Richard's men are still active. That makes sense. I wish we knew what the hell this tea party was. Well, we don't have much of a reason to help, but sure you don't want to crash that tea party? The bracers should be investigating that camp soon by now. But should be investigating that camp by now. We can leave it to the army and the guild. Yeah, we left them the note and plans. That'll be more than enough. We're taking care of these freaking puppet things while the guild's busy. We can just leave the rest of that airhead in her group, right? Sorry. Didn't mean to pick at an old wound or anything. No, you didn't. They have nothing to do with me anymore. Once the tea party begins, the army will be focused on that. We can move once that happens. Right. Time to get busy. Well, things are getting real. It's like they're training. And Annalise and Ren are playing by the fountain. I see the report is very thorough. Thank you very much for your investigated work, whatever. I guess. I'm still kind of miffed we couldn't find out who sent the letters. This is more than enough information for the initial investigation. I doubt we'd uncovered the party responsible for the threats at this stage anyway. If anything, this gave me exactly what I needed, the information to consider what we might need to defend against. Good to hear. I just threw the controller on the floor. So what's happened with you and the army CI since then? We finished our initial deployment yesterday. We'll be using the villa as the patrol headquarters until the signing ceremony is concluded. I'd like to wrap this up. Excuse me, sir. We have received a phone transmission from headquarters. Remnants of the intelligence division have been sighted in the Bose region. What? No way. Details, man. Explain. They were first sighted by some bracers. I'm afraid we don't know all the details on their confrontation yet. However, General Bright has ordered all Army stations to stand at level 2 alert. I see. Thank you. I suspect we're going to be busy fairly soon. No kidding. Estelle, back to the guild on the double. Right. Colonel Sid, good luck with your patrols. Stay safe. Like I said, ending this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky as we, I guess, do that. But until then, I'm the Dark Seraph signing off.